guys, welcome back. We are once again at Brands Hatch, this time going on to the Indy circuit. We've got the Rexy already here, and we've changed. The only things we've changed for this round is that we've changed the brake pads because they were really low after Snetterton. Those long straights really did start to hurt. And we haven't actually got our own truck today. We're in our Mazda 6, the one that we did the arts test in, for those of you who remember on the previous episode. So we've got both cars here for today, and the problem with our own truck is that it's got a few problems. It didn't pass its MOT and it's still being worked on, so it's going to be a few £100s before that's actually back up and running again. So we've had to pay someone to come and take us here today, which is pretty expensive, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes, and we are here now, so that's the main thing, isn't it? Also, when I went to get the car off the truck after it arrived, it was going so well today, I thought luck was on my side, until I go to get up back into the race car and I have a wardrobe malfunction and my trousers have ripped all the way down my trouser leg on my jeans. So that is... the wife here is laughing her head off. She's been in stitches all fucking day long because of it. But thank God we have our overalls and coveralls on, because now nobody has to see. I'll just be in my race suit all day and that problem won't be noticed, will it? No? Nobody's gonna... Anyway, we've got qualifying at 10 o'clock, or at half 10, and our race is at about half 2. So it's the final round. It's one of the tracks I've been around the most. I've done quite a few track days here, and I certainly know the Indy circuit, so I'm feeling pretty confident going forward. Obviously I've already done some weight reduction with my jeans, so there's less material there, so we're already gaining speed down the straights because of that. I'm really looking forward to it, so we'll just see how we go and go from there. Right guys, so quick update. Things haven't gone brilliantly, to be honest. So about 10 minutes before qualifying, the scrutineer comes round and he says, "Have I checked you yet?" And I go, "No." So he has a little look and says that our belts are out of date. They've got 2019 on them, but I swear on whoever's life that matters that there was a bulletin or a document that said that they were extended for 5 years, provided there were no tears or that if they were in good nick, which apparently isn't incorrect. However, Sparco and the ones that I use in particular haven't been given the go-ahead for that extension. So there you go. So 10 minutes before qualifying, I have to run up the road towards Alex Motorsport. Funny enough, they're sponsors on top of the car. And £220 later, I now have new belts, which are in date. And then we go out into the circuit. Everything's going really well. Starting to feel the rhythm of the car. The tyres are starting to come up to temperature. And then the brake pedal goes really long. Like, I mean, right to the floor. And as we're going along, it's just getting worse and worse. So I come back into the pit lane, check it out, make sure that I've got the reservoir isn't going down, make sure that there was no leak, but which there wasn't. Made sure that none of the discs had seized, or if there was any like markings on the discs where they've just like not been let go, etc., etc. Nothing untowards whatsoever. And of course, the only thing that I've changed coming into this round is the brake pads. So I did do a lap. I managed, because it would get worse after about a lap or so. So just going into Paddock Hill and then Druids, it would last, and then near the end of the lap you could feel it start to get further and further away, and that's when it got a bit hairy, and it really wasn't that comfortable for me. The car could have gone a lot quicker, but it just didn't have that stopping ability that I was looking for. So what we did is we timed ourselves down the pit lane. We've got a time in our heads now. We just need to take that out of the equation for how long we're stationary for. So we're pretty happy with that. Got back out of qualifying, managed to get P6 in class out of about 11 of us. So about mid-grid. I know she can go a lot faster. We've just bled all 4 corners, and I think there was a slight bit of air in the system. I mean, all it did, I had the wife, she's here with me luckily, and I got her to press on the pedal. We bastardized a bleed system using a bottle, put some brake fluid in it, put some pipe down it, and obviously bled it that way. And then there was clear liquid on all 4 corners. Clear liquid on all 4 corners, no air pockets coming out, except from at the very start. But my suspicion is that maybe that could even be the liquid, or sorry, the air in the pipe as it's being initially pushed around. So I don't know. I've done a test run now. I've gone up and down the grid. The brake pedal is nice and firm. It's solid. Even when it first starts up, so when the servo kicks in, it's nice and solid. Whereas before we bled the system, it would struggle and it would go down a bit on the idle, and it would almost seem like it was going to stall. So I really hope that it's not going to be something like the master cylinder. I really hope. I've topped everything up, back to max level on the brake system. Everything seems to be okay. I've got up to about 40 miles an hour and put my foot down. Everything that was in the back seat would have been in the front seat, if that makes sense. So I know that their stopping ability is there, but I just don't know if, when I'm going 100 miles an hour into Paddock Hill Bend, if we're going to slow down enough. That is my worry right now. I'm absolutely petrified, and we've got maybe 2 hours before the race. And then we're going to find out, to be honest. I honestly don't know what to expect. I just pray that it was just a bit of air, maybe in one of those front calipers that was stopping the system from performing as it should. So I pray. I can't say this enough, but I really do hope that it was just that little air pocket, that tiny minuscule issue for us that has now been solved. But only time will tell. So I wish us good luck, guys. I mean, we're going to go out and watch some racing now. I'm going to check the oil level, make sure everything else is good. On the good side, I've lost a lot of weight now because I have been stressing. a lot in the last, was it half an hour I've been doing this for? About half an hour. And I've just been running around. Obviously, first we had to install these. We've got to adjust our belts as well because they're not exactly in line with each other. They're nice and, you know, they're tight and holding us down, but they're not in line, which isn't ideal. You could break your collarbone if that's not the case. But yeah, not the race, the final that I was hoping for. We're off to a really rough start. P6 in class on the start line, and we'll see you in a bit. With still several events to go ahead before we lined up on the grid though, like any petrol head would, we went down to the circuit and had a look at the action as it unfolded.
Sideways onto the track. Other cars had to take avoiding action to avoid contact with it. Robert Quantrill was also, I think, caught up in the melee as well. So red flags come out instantly, and with the clearing up needing to be done, the marshals, due to that incident at the start of the MSV Trackday trophy, a bit of clearing up to be done by our brilliant marshals. We thank them at the end of the day, but it only is sensible to thank them whenever we can. Without them,
Alright, let's see if we can do this a second time.
it's required upstairs.
Oh, have I done something naughty?
I don't know. It just said you're required upstairs.
Okay, sure.
I'm never enforced or anything else.
I saw a board and I said something written on it, but I can't.
I've got a time penalty, but I don't think the normally call right for that.
Okay.
With that dramatic yet frustrating end to our final race, that concluded the 2021 season for us. And it has taken us 7 years of blood, sweat and tears to get to this point. We have lived at work, done endless overtime shifts and carried out so much work to the car ourselves. I mean, when we first started this journey, I barely knew where the dipstick was on these things. But we learned how to change the suspension, the subframe, our gearbox, drive shaft, brakes, we rebuilt our calipers and so much more. And I've learned so much about the rotary engine. We've had her rebuilt with the help of others. We replaced our radiator and had our roll cage installed. And I've still a lot to learn, that I know. But the knowledge I've gained these past years is overwhelming. Now, everyone said that I was wasting my time. And there was times when I believed that. I mean, how could I pull this off when all I did was play racing games? But now, despite the hardship, the sacrifice that we went through, all the doubts and worries that I endured, I would 100% do it all again. And it's safe to say that I am truly in love with motorsport.
That is precisely what's happening with the car, hasn't it?
Yes.